And then for the last group, Talita van Schalkwyk and Veroniqué Fromont. Talita, would you mind to have the talking stick?
Oh, memory.
So good morning, everybody. I would like to introduce myself a little bit. I'm Veroniqué Fromont and I'm from the Karel de Grote University College from Antwerp. And I've got my colleague here with me, and that's Talita van Schalkwyk.
And I'm with the Western Cape College of Nursing, and we work in collaboration with CPUT currently.
So Work Package 2.3 was called, as you could notice in the former presentations, in the one that Renee gave, Care for the Caregiver. Now you can see that there is another title, Empowered Caregiver. And I will tell you more about it, because we needed to change the title. You will also notice that Work Package 2.3 is the only work package we are not directly involving with communities, we are not directly working with patients, we are not directly working with children, with kids at schools. We are working with healthcare professionals. Because we really think that in our society that we have to take care in a very broad way for our caregivers. Because in our changing society and dealing with all the difficulties that we have to deal with day in, day out, we need to take care of them. And this care is much more than just taking ordinary care. We need to empower them. We need to make them very strong personalities, so that they keep on going with the good work that they do day in, day out. Working with patients' partners, working with children in difficult situations, in schools, in community, and keep on doing it. We need to empower our caregiver. And that's the most important content or goal of our Work Package 2.3. So we made a shift. We made a shift also because we have done some literature review, and this is different.
Do you want me to shift to your?
I will just say, push the button. So we made a shift, and we did a lot of literature review. We've been talking to a lot of people. We also did some workshops on our own, just to make sure that we also needed to empower ourselves. So we followed some workshops for our own, and then we made really the shift because we really could justify it according to the literature that we changed it from care to the caregiver into the empowered caregiver. Yeah, you can. We started with evidence-based, and yeah, it was special. We had a click immediately. Our noses were right from the start in the same direction. And we thought that we really have to include other professions because we can't do the work on our own, although sometimes nurses think that they can, but we can't. We really need other professions, and that's why we also included a module on global interprofessional collaboration. And this module is very broad. It has got an IPSIG module, and IPSIG module, I'm going to tell it in a nutshell. It's an existing module in Antwerp where we put all last year students from all healthcare profession educations together for a whole week. And we make groups of them, and we try to have some international students also involved, and we've got 3 students here, but I will introduce them later to you. They also were involved in this interprofessional collaboration week. And during that week, they have to tell each other what is their role, their function, what are their competences, in what way, with what kind of glasses do they look at the patient, at the client, so that they know each other's role. They have to present the patient from their perspectives. And then they have to make an interprofessional care plan at the end of the week for the patient. They have to talk about ethics, they have to talk about everything that's concerning the patient. And they know really each other. Then the nurse will really know what is a physiotherapist doing, what is their role, what is their task, what can I ask to the doctor, what can the doctor learn from the nurse, and so on. So we really make it very interprofessional. This is this IPSY week, part 1. Part 2, we are working with the ICF module. I'm not going to go into details because I think it's already known. Also communication. We really know that we have to communicate very good. And it's not about language, not at all. It is about a doctor uses another language than a nurse and a physio. But we have to speak the same one. We have to understand each other. And that's why we use a method. And this method, SBAR, we have been giving trainings about SBAR in our online module, but also face-to-face to students and also to registered nurses already. Besides that, we have crew resource management, and it's how to function in a team, how to work together. So these topics are part of our global interprofessional collaboration. To be very empowered, you have to have some leadership. And leadership, this module, it consists of about 8 different parts, and it's about critical thinking, problem solving and decision making, personal behavior, diversity, self-awareness, emotional intelligence and self-confidence, group dynamics, and motivational interview. Some of these parts you can follow it during our workshop later. And yeah, just want to show this. These are our first 3 students who came in March 2017, and I will tell the story also. Wait a little moment. When we were in Cape Town the first time, and I remember very good the last Friday, we were talking about student mobility. It was a very big discussion at Lente here, and it was about when are we going to start this student mobility. And then suddenly it popped into my mind, we have an interprofessional week in Antwerp. So if we can arrange it, that we can have a visa for students, nursing students, then we can enter them in our program and they can immediately give feedback. So then we can get started. And before having curricula, before having a lot of content, before even having done our literature review, we already had a student mobility. And I would really like to introduce to you Shihan, Hibi and Felicia, because they are not only our first 3 students, but they're also my 3 South African children. Please, Renee.
Hi everyone.
We are making this video for the illustration of the CASO project. We just want to say thank you to everyone involved with the CASO project for making this happen. This trip has truly been a dream come true and we've learned and grown so much. So thank you to everyone from the bottom of our hearts and we will forever be thankful.
Thank you for believing in us and choosing us.
Thank you so much. Thanks,
Bye. Hi everyone.
Alright, so sorry. So currently, obviously, we are looking at what will be the spin-offs of this project, because it will really be a waste of time if we don't really do something. And I have to start off by saying I want to take a personal stance here. For the Western Cape College of Nursing, it was really a tremendous privilege to be involved in this project. Being connected to CPUT, we were invited as the nursing partners from South Africa to be involved, and through that, it is the first time that we were involved in a major project with internationalization and just also interpersonal relations building, because being a standalone nursing college, it's always difficult to find that connection with other professionals. So it was a tremendous privilege, and we had already presented a poster. Celeste is currently no longer with us, but she presented a poster at the leadership conference, which was really so well received by the whole community that was there. It was nurses, it was doctors, it was physiotherapists, it was managers. And basically what it addressed was the MOOC that we presented, specifically on the care for the caregiver. And everybody was so excited. There was interest shown by professors that said intern doctors need to complete that module, which was so fortunate for us because that provided us some valuable information on the importance of what we're busy with. Then also we trained 10 of our staff members of Western Cape College of Nursing in SBAR and CRM as trainers. So currently we are in conversation with the Nursing College to include this as part of the interpersonal skills in the new curricula, and especially with the recurriculation of the nursing curricula in South Africa. The opportunity that our staff had to go see the simulation laboratories on that side, moving away in our curricula from strict clinical hours in hospital and moving more to simulation hours in the new curricula has provided us with valuable information. And I'm very proud to say that one of our colleagues, Esmery, that's here today, she's already busy making these changes at our George campus. So it's really a tremendous privilege for us to stand here today and to know that this will not stop here. We're going to go forward. We have great plans to include the MOOC as part of continuous professional development once South African Nursing Council give us better guidelines on how to go forward. So hopefully all the nurses sitting here, soon you'll have a chance to see what we really were busy with, and that we can build this forward. We really believe that what we have produced can assist not only nurses but all professionals out there.
This is already mentioned, so we didn't not only Celeste did a leadership conference, but my colleague and myself, we did a workshop at Caregiver last year in March, and last week we did workshops at George Hospital, and we also had the privilege to teach to the first and fourth year students at George campus, and it was really an experience for us. It was amazing how interactive they were, and it was a really good experience, and I really hope that we can come back every year to teach the students. We also achieved in getting approval from the South African Nursing Council to get our students doing real clinical practice. We achieved it last year and this year again. So now Esmery really know how to do it. So we can send students every year now to do an internship here in South Africa, because the things that they can learn here on a short period, it's much more skills, competences than what we can offer them in Europe. Because running to the hospital, receiving a tour in George Hospital, I realized that we in Europe are really privileged and we are spoiled as nurses. And I think that nurses here in South Africa have not more knowledge, but they use it in a different way. They are very strong, they've got the guts to do it, and they dare to do it because they have to. And yeah, really respectful to all the nurses here in South Africa. Yeah.
We want to invite you all. We have 3 presentations, or actually workshops. It will be interactive workshops a little bit later. It will be in the Boulevard with emotional agility being addressed, critical thinking, and motivational interviewing. So if you want to see what we were busy with, join us there. See you later.
Thank you. Thank you all.